Alright, so this is going to be a guide for the setups to the flings that I used in the any percent fling run. And the first one is on top of this rock after you get the first crystal in Sanctuary. So this edge right here is what we're going to be using to align, and this little splotch, this black splotch right here. So you just look straight down, aim slightly to the left of the black splotch, and this edge of the rock you want to get completely vertical, or as vertical as possible, and then grapple, turn around, hold forward, and then once you're in the clear, hold right. And then once you're about here, let go of right and keep holding forward and run. Just run off the edge. And this fling's a little bit more difficult, so I'll just get this safety checkpoint just in case. So getting into position is kind of easy, but then you've got to get the angle, which will take a little bit of experimenting. So you want to, while you're looking straight up, align your aiming reticle with like the edge of, the very edge of this rock, so that it's sort of, you can grapple it and you can't when you're turning like that. So get this in the middle of the screen, look down, and as soon as you jump, press grapple. So yeah, got a little bit too much height on that, but you get the idea. You just have to experiment a little bit yourself with that. Land on top of this rock. Whoops. Actually, I'll get this safety because this one's even more difficult. Alright, so once you get up here, there's this slightly faded line that you can only barely see right here. Alright, actually, before I try this, I'll explain. So if you aim straight down, then you get too much forward momentum and not enough vertical momentum. And if you aim, whoops, if you aim too far up, then you get too much height, and sometimes even the wrong direction. So what you want to do is get slightly to the right, oops, of the line, and then you're going to have to experiment, like I said. Just experiment, you'll eventually get a feel for it, and it's not too hard. Still a little bit too much vertical momentum there. I mean, if that happens, then you can just land on top of here, and then, I mean, you can grapple those rocks and then grapple that platform a little bit quicker than doing it this way. Oh shit. Alright. So let's try it one more time. Alright, that's looking better. That's looking a lot better. Alright. So yeah, like I said, you're going to have to experiment with that last one a little bit difficult to actually put it into words and describe how you've got to angle that. You've just got to try it out for yourself. Alright, and on to village. Okay, so once Maddie jumps off the cliff, just jump over to this, land here, grapple here, and look straight down, and you want where this part of the rock intersects with this part of the rock to be visible like so, sort of in the, I guess, the left third of the screen. Look straight down, grapple. So yeah, that one's really easy. Done.
Darkness swept over me as I left the glittering lights in the village behind me and headed further on. It struck me how much darker it was.
So for chasms, just jump over here to this bunch of mushrooms. And what you want to do is, whoops, just get that out of the way. What you want to do is make sure that this bottom mushroom is slightly overlapped by this one, and then aim for the overlap. And every time you actually approach this, you're going to have a slightly different visual cue. So just mess around with the angle for a bit, and you'll eventually sort of get a bit of a feel for it. So let's try this. That's actually not too bad. At 31 FPS, you can very easily jump the entire way and land right here, but at 60, which is what I'm using and what I used for my run, you just have to, most of the time, you just have to grapple that rock and make your way over here. So what you want to do is press back, so you move back against the tree until you can't move back any further. And then there's this little spot that's kind of hard to see right here. Aim for the middle of that and grapple. I have to slow myself down here a little bit. There we go. Oh, I didn't make it. Oh, fuck, just made it. Alright, so... just make your way down here. Alright, so... you want to move against as close to this rock as you can, but the rock actually pushes you away from it every time you get close. So get as close as you can, and then where this white area meets like the yellow bit right here, you want to aim around about here. Depending on the angle that you get, it's sort of in this area that you want to aim for, but I'll just try this. Whoops. Alright, let's try that again. Alright, so you zoom over here. Oh shit! Alright. Once again. If you get the right angle, you can actually make it over here without landing on that platform. And this last one is fairly easy. Just got to press left so that you sort of move against the wall until you can see the bottom part of the mushroom. And there's a little line right here that I use as a reference. I just aim up a little bit from it. Let's try this. Alright. And just grapple once, grapple twice, and that's chasms.
You're awesome. I knew you had it in you.
Basically, all of the mushrooms in chasms you can fling from. So feel free to come up with your own route. I'm pretty sure that mine's not optimal.
This is where the Strays built their village.
So the first
Beautiful place they chose.
fling in Starhaven's pretty easy.
Sky. It is
Oops, where am I? Alright. So you just want to get on top of this bucket. Be facing this way and stand. So, alright, so face directly down and stand in a little way. Not too close to the edge of the bucket. And while facing directly downwards, just grapple. With that fling, if you're getting too much if you're not getting enough height, then try aiming up just a tiny bit. Because it can be a little bit inconsistent sometimes. And this one's basically exactly the same as the last one. Usually you get here quicker and don't have to wait for this. So get on top of the bucket, sort of get towards the edge a little bit, look straight down, grapple. And I actually don't want to go to that platform straight away. I'm actually gonna get this checkpoint because it's actually really easy to void out on this one.
I'd love to do stuff like this with crystals.
Okay, so get on this crate of crystals
Whole machines are powered by them. I almost can't believe it.
and get yourself in a position so that when you're looking sort of at an angle like this, the very middle of your targeting reticle is right on the edge of this black beam, and get about this kind of angle. And once you press grapple, you've got to turn around really quick and hold forward and right at the same time, and hopefully you don't void out. So let's give it a shot. Alright. So I won't demonstrate what it looks like to void out. I guess if you try it, then you'll probably do it yourself a few times. And I'll get this checkpoint as well, just in case. Okay, so for this one, you've just got to get right to the edge of this branch and have your targeting reticle looking straight down on the very end of it. Grapple. If you stand a little bit further in, then you don't get so much height. And that's basically it for Starhaven. So there aren't really many flings in Ice Cave because most of the surfaces you can't actually grapple onto. But the first one's right here, and as you can see in this this material or whatever, it changes angle there, then it goes down here, changes angle again here, and then it changes angle again here. And you want to be grappling just to the left of this angle change right here. So let's see. So I think that's around about the right spot. Yep. And then you just go through the level as normal. And once you get to this ice pillar, after the cave where you get your boots fixed, just jump up to this platform up here. And actually I've already been up to this platform to get the checkpoint, so I'm just going to reload. So once you're up here, get to around about the point where this little pick in the ice is, turn around, and then move backwards. And it's kind of difficult to see, but kind of looks like there's a face in the ice right here. If I turn the gamma down a little bit, then it's easier to see. So yeah, as you can see, it's sort of like there's the chin. We've got a mouth here, sort of underneath the nose right here. We've got a nose up here, cheekbones. You know, it kind of looks like a face, which is what I use to get the visual cue. So if we go back, so right here, there's like a little sort of, it's almost like a square or like a rectangle. There's like a four-sided shape right there, and this is the target that you want to be aiming at. So you get your target right in the middle, well, sort of, not really in the middle, but, and you're gonna have to like play around with this as well, because it's a pretty sensitive angle, because if you go too far up, then you get too much height, and if you go too low, you get too much. You don't get enough height. So, god damn it! All right, yeah, around about here. All right, so I'm just going to turn up the gamma for this next bit, because you really need to see the spot in the wall that you need to hit. So, alright, and actually another thing to note is if you've got either the right angle or really close to it, then you'll see the edge of the ice here, and you'll also see like a tiny bit at the bottom, like underneath his hand there's like a little gap where you can see like the edge of the ice. Actually I'm on FOV 105, so that might actually be different for different FOVs. So let's go back. So be looking straight down, and as soon as you press grapple, turn around and press forward. Now hold right, and this is what you want to hit. There's like this sort of curve in the wall, and like if you hit right about here and look to the right, then it should push you up and through the cave. So let's see if we've got it. Yep, sort of like that. I mean, that wasn't quite the optimal angle. Because usually instead of getting to here, we can actually get to this platform right here. So let's try that one more time. So I'll just show one more time the visual cue. So turn around about here, start. Oh, actually, I've got to get rid of the. All right. So turn around, start moving backwards, and then you should start to see the outline of the face. Actually, what's going on here? My gamma's going up. Hold on. Alright, whatever. Why is it? Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on, but my gamma is just fucking up for some reason. Alright, whatever. Why is it doing that? Yeah, alright, that's really weird, but I've already done this, so I'm just gonna actually have to deal with this bullshit. Alright, so once you've got this sort of face here, get this angle where you can, once again, you can see there's, like you can see the edge of the ice at the bottom of the hand and over here. And grapple. Then you want to hit this spot up here in the wall. Let's try it one more time. All right. That might be a little bit too low, but let's try it. Whoops. Yeah, I turned too early there as well. Alright. Well, actually, I don't have to go into the menu to actually adjust the camera. I've just got to, like, the actual video menu now. That's weird. Alright. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. Yeah, I still didn't get quite the full distance, but that's basically the idea of it. So yeah, I guess that's the end of the tutorial, the guide. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section, and yeah, enjoy.